Hello and welcome to the Virtual Jewish Thought of the Week. This is Rabbi Dan Lewin speaking to you from Dallas, Texas. Today we're going to discuss the topic of staying young. Now, when we look back in our lives to a new project, something that was important to us, we were very interested, and there were times where we start to learn something and our mind is open, we cover ground, we absorb, and within a few years or a very short period of time, we accumulate a vast amount of knowledge in our career, in a certain skill, whatever we do, and we almost didn't even notice it happening. There are other times we have an undertaking and we feel like we're carrying a heavy load. Our mind is dull, we feel like it takes up space, it's very hard to get motivated, and we think, okay, I would like to read this book, I would like to start this new project, but in the end we're too busy, too tired, and things just go very slowly. This week we finished chapter 4 in Ethics of Our Fathers, Pirkei Avos, and there is a very short Mishnah which discusses these two states. And this is what it says. Rabbi Elisha ben Avuah said, Haloimed Yeled, someone that learns as a child, studies Torah as a child, to what can he be likened? To ink written on fresh paper. Haloimed Zaken, someone that learns as an adult, when they're older, to what can he be compared? To ink written on erased paper. And that's the simple, short, sweet Mishnah. Now here comes the question. The whole goal of Ethics of Our Fathers is to encourage us, advise us in certain character development in our lives. Now the first part seems to be clear, self-understood. Someone that learns as a child. So what are they compared to? To ink written on fresh paper. What does that mean? That the child is like a blank slate. Their mind is open, they can absorb, they're like a sponge. So when you learn during this period of your life, you can make a tremendous amount of progress, just like ink on fresh paper is going to integrate into the material very quickly and it's going to stand out. So too, when you study as a child, it's going to enter into the fiber of your being and make a big imprint, and you can get a lot accomplished. That's the first part. Now, had he stopped there, everything would be fine. And the point would be made and it would be clear. So what is the second part telling us? That when you're an adult and you try to study, you try to start something new, you're going to be like ink written on erased paper. It's not going to get in. It's going to be more challenging. What happens if I never had a chance to study? What does that statement tell me? What does it do for me? And there's a beautiful explanation which reinterprets these words to mean not old and young in terms of physical age, but old and young in terms of mentality. So what the statement then is telling us is that somebody that learns as a child, not in one's childhood, but as a child, with the attitude of a child, with the mentality, the humility of a child, the information is going to enter in the right place and quickly. What does it mean to be old in ideas or young like a child? Someone that's old is someone that's already looked at the world, thinks that they have sized it up. I have my defined opinions, beliefs, values, and then when I come in contact with new information or a person, I already have my template. I'm already evaluating. I already know what's going on. And that's the danger of age, that with financial security, status, identity, we try to always define ourselves. And what happens is we lose that sense of wonder, that imagination, that freedom of a child, that when we approach something, we approach it from scratch, undefined, and are able to look through fresh eyes and say, wow, this is amazing. I never heard this before. That's a child. An adult is very wise in their own eyes. Oh yeah, I know what's going on, I already have learned this material, so they lose that motivation, that thirst that we have as a child. So the message for this week in the homework is to try to take some time every once in a while to reevaluate, to look at the same thing that maybe we looked at before, but from a clean slate. A child's not afraid to say, I don't know. A child is curious, a child is thirsty. We can and must get back to that state of mind where we don't know. And we're not afraid to be curious, and we're not afraid to ask questions, and we're not afraid to look at the world through new eyes as if we don't know what's going on. We may be parents, we may be established in our career, but yet we have to try to stay young in a good way and rid ourselves of the deficiency that comes with age. That's the message for this week, about staying young in a true way. And when we do that, we will probably also physically be able to stay young. Thank you for your time, for watching. If you like this, please forward it to anyone you think would be interested. I would love to hear your thoughts, your feedback. Please email me. And if you would like to sponsor a video, you can also email the address below. I look forward to speaking with you next week.